against the NFL.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the Cowboys making their way out behind the NFL's leader in touchdown passes for 2023. In his 9th season now, Dak Prescott.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott.
And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Texans offense heading out behind their quarterback in his 2nd season. Last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Here's Stroud. That one complete. It's Tank Dell.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
That's complete. It's Collins. So no gain on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Stroud.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Here's Tommy Townsend on the punt.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Prescott from the gun. Dancing to his left. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Throwing, Prescott.
He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw, Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
from the shotgun. It's Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Prescott. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Prescott now. Rolling to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Prescott. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it.
The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. On 4th down, here's Bryan Anger now to kick this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
The Texans offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently 2nd in that category.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll complete this one to Collins.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Stroud to throw it.
It's complete to Diggs. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down.
The Texans, it's 7-3 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Here's Tommy Townsend now,
as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Prescott.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire.
And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. On is the punter, Bryan Anger, to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And the Texans will take over. Stroud looking to throw. Got a man. It's Collins, complete.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Stroud. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
And Stroud now to throw.
The left side caught by Diggs. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it third down. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. This goes out wide for Mixon.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And it's now 3-0 Texans.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Left side to Lamb.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Prescott now from the 50. And that's complete to Cooks. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Ferguson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. To throw is Prescott.
Going right back to Ferguson.
No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And running with power here.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now Stroud. To the right side and intercepted.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. following the interception. Here's Prescott.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he will have a Cowboys first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Prescott now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Jake Ferguson,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys are able to stretch out their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And the Texans set to come onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. And at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He's got the hook up with Diggs.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And this is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set to go once more.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Prescott. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud. And they'll begin by running the option.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Mixon with a first down carry.
He'll take this to the 46.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 41. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, it's Mixon. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Previous play is under
And
review.
now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. From the gun to give to Mixon. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Stroud looking to throw.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Prescott. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing. Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Here's Bryan Anger now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
An option handoff here to Mixon. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And Stroud now to throw.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Prescott to throw it.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys 1st down as he'll get this up to the 32.
That's good for the Cowboys.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire.
And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire.
And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Holding offense.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the 1st down against our defense by that decision.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Stroud.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Stroud. This goes out wide for Mixon.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the back now in Arlington. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Mixon will try the right side. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
Option right, here's Stroud.
And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Throwing now is Stroud.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Stroud to throw it.
That's complete. It's Collins. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Back to throw. Stroud. That's caught inside. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Now Stroud.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Nico Collins
from 6 yards away.
And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And he stopped immediately there.
Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Here's Prescott.
That is caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now Prescott.
Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Prescott.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Edwards-Helaire now off the option.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Running to the right, this is Vaughn.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Here's Prescott.
This throw left side is caught by Tolbert.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball.
Here's 1st and 10.
On the 3, right?
Stroud to throw it.
He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now Stroud.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Dallas, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Texans, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as